Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in to Outdoor Indoor Texan. Today I'm going to show you how I like to smoke individual pork ribs. If you don't have time for the traditional 3-2-1, 6 or more hour method, but still want quality barbecue pork ribs, you should definitely check this out. Getting things started, you'll need 1 to 2 racks of pork ribs. It's not an exact amount because it really depends on how many single ribs you think you can fit in your smoker. I'm working with spare ribs this go around, but I've also had really good results with baby back ribs too. When it comes to prep, it's pretty straightforward. Remove the membrane from the backside of your ribs, mostly out of habit, and then using a sharp knife, separate each rib, making sure to leave a hefty chunk of meat with each bone. Once you have a pile of single ribs, hit them with your favorite rub of choice. One of the big perks of smoking individual ribs is there's more surface area for your rub to adhere to. Instead of just seasoning the top and bottom, give those exposed sides plenty of attention as well, so each bite is packed with flavor. That's it for prep. Like I said, pretty straightforward. Now let's head outside and get to smoking. I'm working with my big green egg today, but any smoker or grill that can be set up to smoke indirect at 300 degrees Fahrenheit will work just fine. Indirect means no flames or high heat directly beneath your ribs. My green egg has a ceramic shield that keeps the ribs mostly safe from scorching. If you're using a Weber kettle style grill, pile some coals on one side and stack your ribs far away from the direct heat on the other side. If you're using a pellet smoker, just set it to 300, throw your ribs on the side furthest away from the heat vent. If you're working with a stick burner, slide those ribs to the opposite side from your firebox. You hopefully get the idea. Like I mentioned at the beginning, I said 1 to 2 racks of ribs because it really does depend on how many will fit in your specific setup while still keeping them far away from any direct flames and coals. As you can see, my medium big green egg is not spacious, but I'm still able to squeeze in 2 racks if I get the Tetris just right. Also, use a water pan. This is just insurance to ensure there's plenty of moisture in your smoker. For those of y'all that may not have room for a water pan, just fill a spray bottle with water and vinegar and give the ribs a light spritz every 30 minutes or so. Since we're smoking at such a high heat, this is a much more hands-on barbecue session than the usual if it's looking, it ain't cooking kind of way. Check your ribs every 30 minutes and flip them to make sure nothing is getting burnt. If you notice any ribs that are getting too much heat in one spot, switch them out with ribs sitting in a colder zone. If you identify a super hot spot in your smoker, just keep ribs out of the area altogether. My egg has a hot spot along the outer edge, so I always rotate the ribs on the outer edge to the much cooler center so that everything gets a well-rounded cook. Pay attention and just trust your intuition. After nearly 2 hours at 300 degrees, the ribs were showing separation from the bone, and my instant read thermometer showed most were creeping their way up to that 190-200 degree target window. But let's not take them off just yet. Before pulling, I like to give each rib a heavy mop of sauce and then let them cook for an additional 5 minutes or so. Just enough time for the sauce to turn tacky and sticky, but not enough time for them to burn. Less time is better when it comes to barbecue sauce because most of them have a ton of sugar in them, and sugar burns in high heat. So again, just use your best judgment, keep an eye on them, and pull them before they start burning. After just a few more minutes of smoking, these ribs look sticky and they smell amazing. So it's time to head inside and give them a try. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know what I'm about to say. Always rest your meat, even ribs. As low as 15 minutes resting on a counter does wonders for the meat. So put them down, clean up your smoker, and then come back to some fantastic barbecue. As you can see, the ribs look like your usual tasty, saucy, smoked barbecue ribs. There's great meat separation from the bone, the sauce is nice and tacky, and once you take a bite, you can even see that pretty smoke ring. You just didn't spend 7 hours to get there, and that can be our little secret. That'll do it for this one, and thank y'all so much for watching. I'm always happy to hear from my viewers, so feel free to leave any questions or feedback in the comments below, and I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as I can. Now, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It doesn't cost you anything, it means the world to me, and you'll have access to countless recipes with more content to come. All right, y'all, take care.